day everyone and welcome to our educational tutorial, The Science and Art of Slime.
In this session, we will demonstrate how to create distinct types of slime, fluffy, crunchy, and jelly, while discussing the simple chemistry that makes them possible.
Well, let's begin by ensuring that all materials are safe, non-toxic, and appropriate for children under adult supervision. By the end of this video, you will have learned and might have created the 3 fascinating types of slime at home. Now, let's proceed to our first variety, the
Fluffy slime. So first, let's begin by explaining all of the ingredients. So first we have Elmer's school glue. This is the best glue to use out of all the glues in the market because it is safe for children, it's non-toxic, and it's also used in schools. Then we have some food coloring, which is also non-toxic and safe to use. Here we have some blue, green, red, and then we have some shaving cream, which is used for the fluffy slime. Then we have some glitter just to add a little bit of sparkle. We have some water to mix with our perfect ingredient, our secret ingredient, borax. And then we have some crunchiness for our crunchy slime. And we also have some bowls to make the slime in. And a spoon to mix everything. So hello, my name is Fernanda and I'm going to make the fluffy slime. So first, fluffy slime is known for soft, airy texture and light appearance. To prepare it, we will require the following materials. So, one school glue. This one is Elmer's school glue. And it really depends on how much quantity you want. So you can use the whole bottle or half of it. Then we need shaving cream, kind of like 3 cups of shaving cream. Then food coloring, which is optional. If we want to, we can add some glitter to make it sparkling. Then we have our secret and most important ingredient, which is borax. And we're gonna need about 1 scoop or half of this tablespoon. Then we're gonna need some water to dissolve borax. So we're gonna start by pouring the white glue into the mixing bowl, which is this one. The glue contains polyvinyl acetate, a polymer that forms the foundation of our slime. So I use kind of like 3/4 of it. So then we're gonna add the shaving cream. This is about 3 cups of shaving cream. So we're gonna go ahead and mix it. Now that we're adding the shaving cream, which introduces air bubbles, giving the slime its signature fluffiness. Mix them well until the texture becomes smooth and uniform. So now we're gonna use the activator. So we're gonna need 1 bottle of water. Then we're gonna need 1 scoop of a spoon of borax. So after we added some of the borax, we're gonna shake it really well so it can combine. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and add some food coloring. I'm gonna choose the blue one. And we're just gonna add about, this really depends on how much you want the slime to be, like how colorful. So we're gonna go ahead and mix it again. So after we're done mixing our food coloring and the first mixture, we're gonna go ahead and add some few drops of the borax mixed with water. So borax is a mineral salt that acts as slime activator, helping to turn liquids into glue into a stretchy, pliable substance. It works by creating cross links between the long polymer molecules in the glue, which traps them together and changes the mixture from a runny liquid to a more solid, elastic state. So you're gonna see how it's kind of like forming a more solid state. So we're gonna add a little bit more because it wasn't enough. We're gonna be adding little by little because if you add too much, it can turn into a solid mixture. So we don't really want that. We want a fluffy and stretchy texture. So just like I told you, the boric acid within it reacts with the polyvinyl acetate in the glue, cross-linking the polymers and transforming the liquid mixture into a soft, playable solid. Continue kneading until the mixture no longer adheres to your fingers. You will notice a light elastic texture. This is your final fluffy slime. So after we were kneading for a long time, we will see that this mixture will no longer adhere to my fingers. So you can see how stretchy it is and that it's actually really fluffy. So if we hadn't added the borax mixture, the texture would have been so much stickier. And to preserve it, store it in an airtight container to prevent dehydration. And you can see this beautiful slime. Now, by this point, you will have completed your first type of slime successfully. Now, my colleague Lucy will demonstrate how to create a crunchy slime. Bye!
Thank you, Fer. It's time for the next slime. Crunchy slime offers a unique tactical experience that might perhaps be due to incorporation of a small solid material that creates sounds and texture. For this experiment, we will need 1 cup of glue, 2 tablespoons of activator, it can be contact lens or borax, and a handful of small foam of beads or plastic pellets, food coloring if you want it. Okay, we'll start by adding all this cool glue to a topper to add all the materials later. Okay, the glue will allow us to see the colorful foams beads later on. Then, if you wish, you can incorporate a few drops of food coloring. I will use this yellow coloring for visual appeal. Okay, now comes the key step. Gradually, we'll incorporate the activator, that is our borax, and water solution while stirring. You will observe the mixture thickening. This tends to occur due to the cross-linking reactions between the glue polymers and the borate ions in the activator. Okay, now once the slime begins to form, add the beads and mix them evenly so they are distributed throughout the slime. If we had used larger plastic beads, the sound would have been louder, but the texture less pleasant. If we had added too much activator, it would have ended up too hard, but it is super stretchy. Also, ensure to store it properly to maintain its texture and prevent drying. By the end of this process, you will have created a slime not only colorful, but also audibly satisfying. Here. By tomorrow, you will notice how the slime feels a bit firmer if it's left out overnight. And now Josue will guide us throughout the process of making jelly slime.
Well, thank you, Lucia. Moving on, in general, jelly slime is appreciated for its translucent gel-like texture that resembles jelly. To prepare it, well, we will require 1 cup of clear glue. Yeah, and half a cup of warm water. 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 tablespoons of contact lens solution. 1 tablespoon of instant snow powder, and optional food coloring or glitter. Well, it's already pink, so we're not going to add that. Yeah, so right now we're going to start mixing all the slime, all the ingredients of the slime, and we're going to see you just in a moment. So here is the final result of our jelly slime, and it's easy to manipulate and it's so sticky. Well, and the clear difference of each one is, for example, here with the foam one, you can see that it's not that sticky that it is the jelly slime. That is because we are using a different type of glue that is, well, a one with the quality ingredients, so is more well, the amount of glue is different and the amount of products too. And I think that this one is better because you can play and have fun with this more than the other ones. And yeah, so
We have explored 3 creative variations of lime, each with distinct characteristics and features and textures. Throughout these experiments, we observe how chemistry can transform simple materials into fascinating polymers. These reactions might help us to understand science behind elasticity, viscosity, and cross-linking. By the time you finish practicing these techniques all at home, you will have mastered the fundamental methods of slime creations.
Thank you for watching The Science and Art of Slime. We hope you experimented responsibly and continue exploring the science behind everyday materials. Goodbye!